Rookies, pay attention. Season 2 is going to be very different than Season 1. Season 2 will only be 12 weeks long, so the pressure is intense. In 3 weeks' time, the WWE pros will cast their very first pros poll, and you, the WWE Universe, will cast your first vote as well. Gentlemen, ladies, in 6 weeks' time, we will have our first elimination as we get closer and closer to finding out who will follow Wade Barrett and become the WWE's next breakout star. Who will go on to earn a championship match live on pay-per-view.
So yeah, we get the brand new NXT intro, and I think I'll take advantage of the intro breakdown and kind of describe all the pairings for season 2. So kind of similar to what we did in the debut episode where I asked you to come up with some some pairing team names, since technically they, other than Jericho and Barrett, they call themselves the Commonwealth Connection officially, but we kind of gave them some nicknames of our own. So we decided to do it again for the pairings in season 2. So the first team is Pro Kofi Kingston, who at this point is currently the IC champion, with his rookie, Michael McGillicuddy. What did you have for them?
So for Kofi Kingston and Michael McGillicuddy, my team name was Perfect in Paradise.
Ooh. Dude, that's a good one.
Yeah, I know. Like, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, man, this is so good.
Yeah.
Almost a little too good.
Pip?
Oh, man. Pippin in the house. Big Pippin.
Dude, it's kind of cool because they did do pairing names and pairing merchandise for all the mixed match
challenge.
Yeah. For those teams, and it would have been kind of cool for them to do the same thing with these guys, especially with that one, Perfect in Paradise. Oh, That's a t-shirt right there.
I'm telling you, dude. Let's get her made.
And next we have Pro Mark Henry with his rookie, Lucky Cannon. What you got?
Nice. So for these two, I got the world's strongest cannon.
Ooh. I think you're 2 for 2 right now.
Hey, man, innuendos are abroad with this one, too, because we got Mark Henry in there, the sexual chocolate.
Yeah.
Somebody might be getting lucky.
Yeah. Nice. All right. And then we got the Long Island Ice Z, Zack Ryder, with his, well, I'll get into this one later, with his rookie, Titus O'Neil. What do you got?
Man, and these two together, we are going to call them the Hype Time Players.
Before Darren gets into the mix. Yeah, I totally forgot that these two guys both came from NXT, Titus and Darren Young. So very nice. All right. So next we have Lay Cool, which is the combination of Layla and Michelle McCool. And their rookie is Kaval. What do you got?
TNA.
So nice play on his his past at this point.
His past life.
Yeah.
And the obvious features of his pros.
Yeah. Next, we have Mr. AEW himself, Cody Rhodes, with his rookie, Husky Harris. I can't wait for this one. What do you
All
got?
right, baby, we going with the Rhodes with Ferrari engines.
I knew Rhodes had to be in there somewhere.
I refuse to do anything that didn't have Rhodes in it.
Yeah. Nice. Very well.
No, I'm changing that right now from the Rhodes with Ferrari engines to the toll roads.
Nice.
Yes, the toll roads.
Nice. All right. And then we have MVP with his rookie, Showtime Percy Watson, I should say. What do you got?
So we got South Beach Primetime.
Ooh.
Because although Percy Watson's not from Florida, he used to team with good old Darren Young as the South Beach Party Boys.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, we brought that up in one of the episodes last season, and yeah, I totally didn't know that they were a team back in FCW, and hey, that's a good way, and a callback to MVP since he was supposed to be a pro on season 1. So yeah, nice.
Well, side note about MVP, apparently he was supposed to get a WWE title run, but they decided not to because of his criminal background.
Oh, you would think nowadays, if his career had fast forward to the present time, I think he would have got a run at this point. You know?
Oh yeah, I this is good to watch all over again too, because I feel like MVP was there during a time where his talents weren't fully maximized. I think,
yeah,
and he was kind of undervalued. Not undervalued, but I don't think he got a chance to really show how good. Like he was between the ropes or like on the mic. He made the most out of what was given to him, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
But I think he could have done a whole lot more if they let him run a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And even from the local shows at APW that we've seen him in, you can definitely tell, even though he's a little bit more aged, he definitely has that in-ring skill and charisma to really carry a crowd. So yeah, definitely.
MVP is such a G. Like just hell smooth about everything. It's like, oh man, that's a cool dude right there.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, when he was around this era, or I should say before this NXT era in, I want to say 2005 to 2008, when he first debuted on SmackDown, this was the era I was also not watching SmackDown as much, so I didn't really get to see much of his work at that point. But yeah, with this season, I can't wait to kind of catch up at that point. After that, we have the Monday Night Delight.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Mr. John Morrison. And his rookie is Eli Cottonwood.
And you know what? Who they are together? The Shaman of Cotton.
Ooh. What would I guess that would look like both of them at that point.
You know, I just keep looking at them, and I think they look like very similar because they have the same kind of like hairstyle and the same facial hair and almost the same head shape. But like, so if John Morrison is a real person, Eli Cottonwood is the AKI THQ, like, kind of like rendered model of John Morrison in a video game. Like, because he just kind of has he don't got as much depth in his facial expressions as John Morrison does. So you just kind of see a stoic face all the time, and he just looks like a video game character to me.
Yeah. I really hope I get surprised as we're doing these episodes and they do a kind of Halloween episode or something where they kind of dress up as their pro, and it would be really amazing to see him just fully Morrisoned out. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, the big Shaman of Cotton in the house.
And of course, last but not least, we get the returning pro, The Miz, with his rookie and alleged son, Alex Riley.
Yes, and with this, we're bringing it back, an old stable from yesteryears, the Varsity Club, who actually had Husky Harris's dad.
Oh, that's right.
It was like him, Rick Steiner, Kevin Sullivan, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and somebody else. And then they did it again in WCW like later, because I think that incarnation was maybe in the AWA. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. No, good callback. I totally forgot about that. And I think I was watching, I don't know if you ever seen the OSW guys, where they also do old school wrestling reviews. And they had reviewed one of the older WrestleManias or SummerSlams, I can't remember. And they were talking about the Varsity Club. So really cool, really cool. All right. So now that we've broken down the pairings of season 2, we'll get right into the episode. So we start off with Pyro, which I'm still happy about. They haven't cut back on it yet, so that's always a good sign.
Enjoy it while we can.
Yeah. So we get Matt Stryker with kind of a recap, but I should say once we kick off the show, Cole does a really good job of still getting the eeriness of the whole Nexus attack, which again, I think they're doing a really good job, like how you had mentioned, where they're getting these guys over really serious and really making their attack last night a really big deal. Because I know we reviewed the recap, so this feels like a long time ago that we talked about this, but this literally happened the night before on Monday Night Raw with the whole Nexus attack. And now that we're recapping or reviewing season 2, this is literally the next night. So I think they did a really good job of just getting this whole attack over, as you mentioned, and making it a really big deal, you know?
Yeah, because, they have to be really shook about it. It's like, oh, man, they beat up, like, staff and personnel. So it's like, you couldn't just come back the next night on the next show and just be ecstatic about everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, welcome. All right.
Yeah.
New season of NXT. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Didn't this show make those dudes that destroyed everything?
Yeah. So it's, like I said, this is a very interesting season debut because we're trying to get over these next rookie and pro pairings, but we kind of have to address the elephant in the room of what had happened the night before. So it was a juggling act, I think, throughout this whole episode. So I don't know if did you catch the Lucky Cannon, Lucky Charm signs at the beginning of this episode?
I did, man. I saw a lot of signs, and I was actually really surprised. I was like, man, how they have all these signs for the new rookies already?
Yeah.
Whoa, like, come on, man. This is a little too forced.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that they were really nicely done signs too. So I was thinking, wow, good job. He's already got the fan support. I don't know if they were friends and family, but if they weren't, good kudos to him.
Hey, man, wherever those signs came from, there was a whole bunch of those. There, like, everybody has signs out there. I think I seen some Eli Cottonwood signs.
Yeah.
Which was super random. But hey, man, I'm all about that.
Yeah. So Stryker does a really good job here of still selling his ribs from the attack last night. And yeah, considering that he didn't get help for close to 10 minutes during that whole thing, it makes sense that he's still hurting. And it's funny to see that he's still here the next day, but John Cena, of course, is out for a week at this point.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Hey, man, Matt Stryker's a trooper.
And so what did you think of the phrase that Stryker used here where he called them the graduating class of the first season? I didn't understand the term graduating because technically Barrett is the only one that graduated because he had won and has a contract. So I don't understand the phrase graduating class of NXT.
So I think what it is that they're just kind of trying to pull something on us. And, what I'm going to say might be a little too logical. But so what I think they're going to try to do is spin this as they all get contracts, but only one of them gets a shot at the title of their choosing. So what they're going to try to do is like, they don't directly say FCW, I feel like, ever, but these people from that are on NXT are supposed to be like the chosen few who get contracts, and then out of these chosen few, one of those is going to get a title shot just off the bat, but they're all still rookies.
Yeah. That makes too much sense. And I think Stryker just messed up.
I think it also makes too much sense, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Because I was also wondering, we talked about this last season where, Barrett won, and technically if they didn't do this whole Nexus angle right after, what would they do with the other 7 guys, So yeah, I think you're onto something at this point.
When you're Barrett, what is the, I guess that's like I guess with him, you kind of play it like, yeah, I won. I'm going to get a title shot. I'm going to bring all these guys who didn't win, and they're going to be my gang, and you're going to hire them too, or we're going to destroy everything.
Yeah.
But they didn't say none of that, but that's what they're implying.
Yeah.
Or it makes too much sense.
I'm going to lean towards option B. Then Stryker asked the crowd, will the rookies of season 2 choose to follow suit? And I bet the rookies backstage were thinking, I wasn't really thinking about that, but that's a good idea.
You mean to tell me we don't even actually have to compete? We can just riot and you guys are going to sign us?
Yeah. So that was Stryker's fault if they did decide to do that, because I bet the rookies weren't even thinking that.
Like, yeah, you know what? I just left the gym. I thought we were going to do some... Screw this, man.
After that, then Stryker does the official introductions of all the pros and rookies. So the way they do it is similar to how we just recapped it, where the pros come down and then they introduce their rookie. I will say that when Laycool and Kaval came down, I loved it that they were kind of matching, but I really wish that Kaval was wearing half red and half blue, because Layla was wearing this really nice. Well, Layla and Michelle were wearing the same kind of outfit, but one was in red and one was in blue. And then Kaval came out with just a red color, so he was kind of matching.
I love how he just looks like he's so unamused at everything.
Yeah. He's already playing up that. Well, I don't even know if he's playing as much as he's just being himself.
I think he's just being himself, man. Like, that's just an intense dude, apparently.
Yeah.
Shout out to Loki.
And speaking of matching, MVP and Percy are actually matching. They're both sporting red, and they look like a legit pairing at this point.
I noticed this by a bunch of the teams that, like, a lot of them just look like friends.
Yeah.
Like, they're actual friends.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I do agree that they do look like overall they're getting along a lot more than the pairings of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it took maybe 4 or 5 episodes for them to finally get together and find their groove. But yeah, I agree. Just them walking down the aisle, they all seem pretty buddy with each other already.
Yeah, like all of them. Like, it seems like all the pros really want to get their rookie to win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're really following up on this coach logic a lot more.
They're plugging that a lot more.
From now on, I'm basically going to call Titus O'Neil the pro.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm pretty sure in actual age years, Titus is his senior.
Mm-hmm.
So, that could easily have been flipped around.
Yeah.